Inspired by the famous London Rose Playhouse built in 1587, the 13-sided Shakespearean pop-up theatre down at Cliffords Tower has been designed to house an audience of 900 people. It will take theatre-goers back to the late 16th century and has been estimated to bring £7 million to the local economy.
I hope it's a wonderful thing for the residents of York. The great thing is we've created 4 shows that could be on at the Royal Shakespeare Company or the Globe Theatre in London or the National. There are many wonderful things to do in York, aren't there? And I think we're all trying to play a part in presenting things and presenting our city in the best light, whether it's our offering here or whether it's the Castle Museum over there or Cliffords Tower or Jorvik. There's lots of people doing great things, and we're just one cog in that wheel. What is interesting then, perhaps it's why the Sunday Times voted our city the best place to live in Great Britain, was that things are happening here. You've got Mediali, you've got Bloom, you've got a Fringe Festival. You know, we're coming of age here, and the city is altering. I'm a firm believer that this car park shouldn't be a car park. I think it doesn't do Cliffords Tower any favours. This should be a hub. This is one of the great monuments of Yorkshire. This is the seat of power in Yorkshire.
Schools from across the city will be offered material for lessons and pre-show talks with cast and crew members.
There are special school performances and thousands, literally thousands of school children are going to come and have their first theatrical encounter with Shakespeare within these walls, which is delightful because much as I'm a Shakespearean, so reading Shakespeare gives me a certain amount of pleasure, but I am aware that that's not quite the case for every 15-year-old. And so for others it's going to be really important to see Shakespeare as writ, on the stage. It wasn't written to be read, it was written to be performed. And if you come in as a groundling, you can be really close up to the action so that the players will be on stage and you can be right up against them. So the sort of intimacy of that interaction between players on stage and the groundlings in the yard is really significant and will certainly be adding to the fun of the performances. The particular plays they're going to be playing are Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet and A Midsummer Night's Dream and Richard III, which is a great spread of comedy and tragedy and history. The players are terrific, the directors are absolutely excellent.
Romeo and Juliet's themed garden is one of many attractions on display in the Elizabethan village.
So this is Romeo and Juliet's garden. Romeo and Juliet, if you know the play at all, met in an orchard, a beautiful garden that was also an orchard. So we've got an apple tree to represent at the back there, representing the orchard. We've got 2 arbours, one at each end, an arbour a covered seat, as you can see. So one end is Romeo's and one end is Juliet's. And I don't know if you remember from the play, but the families of Romeo and Juliet, the Capulets and the Montagues, were mortal enemies. And so we've got specific colouring at one end for Romeo and different colouring at the other end for Juliet. But I'm hoping they come together in love around this beautiful water feature. Well, we started actually building it from scratch. There was nothing here last Monday.
It's a chance for visitors to get up and close with what life was back in Elizabethan times, and one man has had the chance to add a special addition to the scene.
I've restored the wagon and it's been in storage with a view to this, I think, and then it was in some flood water and it got damaged a little, so it's had to be renovated again. Partially renovated again and painted over and various things. And I've also made some stocks for the capture the young lady and the pig. It's painted in the traditional colours for a Wolds wagon. All the wagons in different counties had their own colour.
The theatre will be in the city until the 2nd of September this year and hopes to deliver an exciting experience for all to see. Rebecca Quarmby, That's TV.